Hello everyone, welcome to Biblical Prepping. I am Judith Garten and this is the prepper portion, and today we're going to be reviewing another Aldi product. This one comes with some warnings. Lessons learned. A few months ago we bought a new electric skillet for the kitchen with a non-stick coating. I'm not a fan of non-stick coatings, but sometimes that pan comes in really handy if we're extremely busy in the mornings and Jim has appointments in the afternoon and we need to get things done quick. That comes in very handy. Plus, it tends to be a little less messy than a regular skillet can be. However, we also needed some new plastic or silicone utensils to use in that skillet because all of our old ones were old. They were bubbly and rotten and plasticky and nasty, and so we happened to be in Aldi's one day in their Aldi Finds aisle, and they had some spatulas. Perfect. Just what we were looking for. I probably should have grabbed at least another one of these large ones. Maybe two more. We'll see how that goes over the next few months. These are perfect. I don't use the small ones as often. So what we did was we grabbed two of the large and two of the smalls, and we've been using them in the kitchen ever since. Now these spatulas are really a nice construction. As far as the outer coating goes, it is silicone. This one-piece structure, I love it. It's not the spatula piece molded into a handle in any way. I love that fact because there's no place for little food particles and whatnot to get caught in nooks and crannies. It's great. Both types, the large and the small, come with a nice little hole in the handle. Oh, I hope you can see that. There you go. If you want to hang them somewhere, they come with that nice little hole in the handle. If you have a utensil rack, they also will fit nicely in a utensil jar. I happen to keep them in the drawer, the utensil drawer in the kitchen, of which we have 3 or 4. So I will also say that these fit nicely in the utensil drawers. They're shallow drawers, so these just fit nicely. I put them in this way so they don't get caught if they happen to pop up for any reason, and they fit great in that utensil drawer. Both styles of spatula, the large here and the small here all the way around, have a beveled edge, which is great for lifting foods out of the pan, especially getting under things like pancakes, burgers, and eggs. That beveled edge is perfect. The larger one comes with the slotted design, and I like that for drainage when you're doing sausage, bacon, and things like that, or eggs. If there's too much butter or grease in the pan, this is really great. Now you do want to watch because you don't want to put this in frying oil of any kind. It will melt. Now the small ones, these are absolutely perfect for serving up cookies, brownies, any kind of bar cookie, or dessert of any kind, and also great for serving up stuffed mushrooms. They're great for that little pan that I have and I used to cook stuffed mushrooms on. The standard size is also great for grilled cheese. And as I said, these would not be appropriate to use in frying oil. So if you're frying something in the oil like fried green tomatoes or donuts, things like that, do not use these. Use a metal utensil that is made for that purpose. Now the smaller ones measure only about 6 inches. They're nice and small, great for serving a dessert. They're about 2 inches across and the paddle's about 2 inches long. Inside each one of these, if you held it up to the light, you could actually see there's a metal paddle inside of this and a metal paddle in this one as well. That metal inside the spatula keeps it nice and firm and easy to use. And see, it's a little bendable and flexible, but it's not bendy. So this, like I said, it's a little bendable, but it's not totally bendy. This is very nice to be able to scoop things as needed. So what are the pros? These came in a variety of colors. They also had like a pink one and another green one there. I wanted the more neutral tone, so I went for the teal because I didn't have a white one in the large, and the dark blue as well as the white and the little one. I keep looking to see if they get more in. They did have some more this week, but I didn't care for the handles on those, so I'm going to keep looking. Plus the large one did not have the slots, so I want to make sure I get slots. They come in a variety of colors. They wash up very easily. They are dishwasher safe. Hand washing is also easy. They clean up real good, and the grease comes off easily. I did notice I stained this one a little bit with some tomato sauce. So that I will have to bleach that one, I think, a little bit. The metal frame inside of these gives them a nice weight so that they're not going to bend or misshape in any way. And it also makes it stronger for some of the heavier foods. I do want to say, though, that it does not make it too heavy. So if a person has hand issues, these should not be a problem. It just gives enough weight to make it like you were using a regular spatula. What are the cons? Well, the biggest con is that you do not want to leave these in a pan. Make sure you use a spoon rest when you're cooking. It's a very valuable tool. Set your spatula in your spoon rest. Do not leave it in the pan. Why? Because it will melt. We had made a dinner in our electric skillet, and Jim was running a little behind. So I put a lid on the skillet on the food, and the spatula was under there, and even though it was just on warm, it wasn't even on a temperature, it was only on the low setting, it built up enough heat under that lid that it totally melted our spatula, and the metal's coming through, and I ruined it. So it is a total waste. So make sure you do not leave it sitting in the pan. Use your handy dandy spoon rest to leave it sitting around. Don't let it melt. That is actually the only con that I have. And I don't know that I would give this to an elderly person. I use that as an example because if I were thinking about my mom or my dad or family members who are older, I would not want to give this to them. They might not notice that it had melted if there was something, and you wouldn't want the pieces of plastic and silicone rather to end up in their food. So, and I would also not recommend this for camping, being near the fire, or near a barbecue in any way. They are silicone. Silicone can melt near a fire. So overall, do I recommend these? Yes, I love them. We love them. They are great. Just need to remember the little details. Don't put it where it ought not be. So I do recommend them. And as I said, I love these for serving up little desserts such as cookies and things like that, bar cookies and whatnot. They are perfect for that. They are great. They get so much use in our kitchen. This one, I don't know, well, both of these were very rarely in the drawer because they get used every day, sometimes for 2-3 meals. So they are very well loved, very well used, and hardly ever see the inside of a drawer. So I would say that's a definite yes to using them and keeping them in the kitchen. I hope that this helps in your deciding whether or not you would like utensils like this, no matter the brand. I would like to just have the simple spatulas like this. I'm hoping that they do get some back in. I think next time I'll buy 4, just in case. If you have any questions about these utensils that I have reviewed today, please leave those questions in the comments below. And don't forget to turn on notifications and subscribe to the channel, because you want to make sure you're here for the next video. I hope you've enjoyed this, and blessings and shalom.